Hello, back to the last video in the series. Quinn Soo Kim in The Politics of Border Crossings says that for black women, history is embedded in experience, one that includes their pain, marginalization, and the direct outcomes of cumulative effects of slavery, colonialism, and ongoing discrimination they face as cheap and reserve labor in the global market. The specific outcomes from the specific sides of motherhood, family, education, employment, and community activism will help to break the assumption of common notions of black womanhood. Bell Hooks, in her essay Postmodern Blackness, says that, in spite of the postmodern criticism, elite masculine seems not to offer much to the lived experience of blacks. It helps to dismantle the common constructed notion of an authentic black identity and thereby give spaces for multiple black experiences. I quote Bell Hooks. When black folks critique essentialism, we are empowered to recognize multiple experiences of black identity that are lived conditions which make diverse cultural predictions possible. Bell Hooks also points out why many blacks are unwilling to critique the black essence. They fear that it will cause loss of a unique and specific history and experience of African Americans. And the unique sensibilities and cultures will also be lost which arise from that experience. Now, the essay starts with how two blacks are engaged in a debate pro and contra postmodernism. She says that she embraces the possibilities offered by postmodern thought without forgetting that many of the seminal anthologies on postmodernism do not carry a single black writer's name. She quotes how her creative writing has not been accepted in academic circles because it doesn't look like a writing by a black woman. Let me just mention that the first book by Bell Hooks on black feminism is titled Ain't I a Woman? And if you remember, that is how we started the video series. The title of the speech given by Sojourner Truth, Ain't I a Woman? For Bell Hooks, the writing looks postmodern. Whatever she writes, it looks postmodern, but postmodern writers do not recognize that she is writing postmodern writing because she considers her writing to be non-linear, fragmented narrative. But the editors don't agree. In 1994, she called for more inclusion of black intelligence in postmodern critical theory, which focuses on otherness and difference. The questions raised on identity by postmodernism are received by black folks like it's easy to talk about fragmentation of identity when you possess one. But then Bell Hooks says it will also help the blacks understand how identity is constructed and agency can be regained. In her other essay, Marginality as the Site of Resistance, she talks about how she carries with herself the spirit of resistance from her experiences at the margins. She says that, quite contrary to the tone of depression and deprivation which goes with marginal spaces, she has found it as a space of resistance. She says she prefers not to lose it, not to give up or surrender as part of moving into the center, but just cling on to it because it, quote, nourishes one's capacity to resist, unquote. She quotes a mother. She says a mother told her when she went to join a college, you take what the whites offer in the university, but don't love them in return. She underlines that she is not romanticizing on the notions of marginality, but she wants to say that margins have been both sides of repression and sides of resistance. She clarifies that her mother was not actually asking her to hate the whites, but rather she was asking her not to become the part of the hierarchy of the hegemony. She welcomes discussions with her colonizers, but she says the theoretical discussion of the other is a mask, an oppressive talk, hiding gaps, absences, that space where we would be if we were speaking. And she welcomes the masters or the centers to enter the space of margins. We'll greet you there as liberators, Bell Hooks says. Afro American feminist criticism has been criticized for being Americocentric, how the application of a particular US black feminist knowledge and worldview to interpret the diverse histories and lives of black women's experiences really tend to marginalize the Afro American feminist criticism by centering only on the US. And I guess Bell Hooks kind of answers the problem. She says marginality is a site of resistance, and she is open to postmodernism as long as there is more inclusion of postmodern intelligence. I quote from her essay in Critical Studies. Thank you for watching the videos. I hope you got a gist of the different types of feminisms, the positions, the waves of feminisms, and a quick glance at the two essays of Bell Hooks. Thank you so much. Kindly support and share if you do like it. Thank you.